Hey Queens, I think it is the 20th or something like that. But anyways, this is gonna be part of a long video. It's basically gonna be documenting for me, my acne journey. So I don't really know when this is gonna go up. I'm wearing my robe like a snuggie right now just because like I was too lazy to actually put it on. But I went to a dermatologist today and I got a bunch of stuff and yes, recommendations, so to speak, to help my acne. So supposedly my regimen, as they say, we're hoping is going to take like 2 months. And so I think I go back like sometime in August when the semester starts, and then um, I'll get like evaluated there, and then from there we'll move on with scarring. So um, I kind of already knew this, and I mean, my doctor was very surprised that I knew a lot of stuff and I had done my research. But then again, I graduated from like a health school, so, and I am a dental assistant for any of y'all that don't know. Um, so I mean, I had been researching and like knowing a lot of things, and I came in there saying like, oh, I've heard about Accutane, but I kind of want that as last resort. And she was like high-fiving me every time because she's like, yes, yes, like I like what you're saying. I like how we're on the same page and we're discussing. And like I again I kind of figured out stuff that I would need. Like I knew they're gonna be topical treatments and probably like some kind of a pill, so to speak, which I do have an antibiotic. And then I do have two topical treatments, different ones that I use day and night. And then this Elta MD sunscreen and moisturizers, and there is a cleanser, but they also said I can use CeraVe foaming cleanser. I mean, personally, I would like to use the Elta MD one, but we'll see how the CeraVe works because we bought a full size bottle, so kind of it'd be a waste of money not to use it. Um, I mean, I can use one day and night, but I got El Nextin and Tozerac. It reminds me of like the Tesseract from the Avengers. So, um, I don't really know how much is in there, like the concentration of the medication, but basically it's like a pea size to my face and like my neck and like a little bit on my chest. And she said on the back, but she said she saw mostly scarring there, which I'm like, I don't break out on my back. And anyways, this is like so like detailed or TMI, so to speak. I mean, hey, we all deal with some acne and stuff like that, so this is more or less like an educational health video. So I don't really mind sharing this. I mean, my self confidence has been a little bit more down just because of the scarring. Like people are like, oh my god, you have such nice skin, but I mean, you can still see some bumps, and there's still some active acne, which are the bigger bumps and stuff. Like there's one big one right here, and it kind of hurts. So like when people tell me that, I'm like, like if I had all this off, then it's like really obvious. So I know I look a little red right now, but then I feel like my lighting here, because I literally sit under my ceiling fan, and it's like I'm so tall, so I'm like the light is like on me, so to speak, so I like get really hot. But anyways, yeah, I have some stuff, and I think it's called Acticlete. I mean, I don't know if I'm pronouncing any of this right. But yeah, those are like the three things that I'm taking medicinal wise, and then the other stuff is like moisturizers and the cleansers and stuff. So hopefully, I think by August, I want to say like 18, 19, 20 or something, I go back and we see how the acne is doing, if it's gone completely, so to speak. She said that's what she's hoping for, and that's what this regimen is more or less targeting. And I think one of them was like a retinoid-ish thing, and then the other one was, I guess, mostly like a topical acne medication. Again, I don't completely know. I know one of them was a retinoid because they asked before I left. I was like, oh, I heard about retinol, retinoids, and stuff like that. And she's like, yeah, that one's a retinoid. I don't remember which one exactly. Um, but yeah, I've been, dealing with this. I think if you go back to the acne help and why I didn't film video, I had been saying how everything was almost like hit and miss, so to speak, with acne face washes. Because they ask you, have you used anything and stuff like that? And I'm just like, anything like over the counter, so to speak, as in a face wash or like a starter set. I've never used Proactive because I've always heard that Proactive is like very, like, you're sold the image. I mean, with anything marketing and stuff, like, but Proactive is mostly sold as like the three-step cure, but it's very deceiving, I should say. I mean, a lot of things are, but so I mean, I've tried Murad, I've tried the Clinique acne system, which really helped with active acne. Now what I have, which she did confirm, was a lot of scarring. So I'm sure you can see like some little bumps, which are like little active breakouts and stuff like that, but mostly like where the red is, like there's very sparse amounts of active acne as before and stuff. And again, she's recommending to wear no makeup, so I will only be wearing makeup from time to time if I have to film or if I go out to like an event, so to speak. And I think it was Murad, the Clinique Acne Systems, and I think there's one more that we tried. Oh, the Mario Badescu. I never know how to say his name. I think it was the. I don't know if I ever mentioned it. I think it was the acne. It's one of the cleansers. It has like a weird thing that opens. It wasn't the set, but it was just the wash, which all of them I think helped, and then like it would just come back, and then like it would go away and come back. Like I felt with the Clinique one, like it helped for the most part, but it was really drying, which they did, tell us. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like you're gonna need moisturizers and stuff, and I've been using oils on and off, more or less. Like, well, I should say two different oils on and off, like one day like this one or this, depending and stuff. And she said just use it. I'm gonna give you 2 months. You're gonna come back, and then we'll like laser or dermabrasion, whatever kind of dermabrasion she finds, I guess necessary or most likely that I'm a candidate for. Because I mean, she did say like, well, have to get rid of your acne before, and I'm like, yeah, of course you can't like do things like that because then you just spread it or aggravate it and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know when this like collage of random videos, if I do remember to film all these things and piece them all together, and hopefully we see a change. And some of the active acne, I mean, I'm still gonna have a lot of redness and scarring, so to speak, which is most of my face. And then hopefully, I can document it and either make it like one huge movie, so to speak, or something like that. And we'll see, my little journey on my acne and stuff like that. And again, this is more or less for me to look back and stuff, and also I guess for you guys to show that, like, even though there is some like, I guess, shame of having like bad skin, so to speak. Because I mean, it's like with people like Alicia Keys and like show off your skin, blah blah blah. They've had bad skin and then they fix it and they're like show it off, it's beautiful no matter what you have. And then it's very hypocritical. It's like if I got my skin fixed and acted like I never had acne, it's like yeah, show it off. Who cares if you have like a dark circle or something? But then it's like hey, you had acne too. Why weren't you like this before? That's kind of my thing with society. But again, most of this is kind of for me and also out there. Like if any of y'all like have something like this, because I mean, if you watch like some of my older videos where I showed my face, I think which was very rare. I mean, I had like really perfect skin, so to speak. I mean, not bragging or anything, but I mean, obviously compared to this, like it was kind of like a what happened to your face thing. And I mean, even like I think and wonder like what happened, like was it hormonal or this or that. But anyways, hopefully this will help some of y'all out there. I know I've talked for a little bit longer than I thought, and hopefully someone sees this or something and they're like, well, maybe I can go get help. And I mean, some of this stuff is really expensive. I mean, I can understand that when it comes to acne and stuff, but I mean, if you have the means necessary, or if you can be very strict and go out and do it and follow that regimen or routine or medicines that they give you, I kind of highly recommend it. Because if you think about it, think of all the money you're going to be spending on like maybe concealer, color corrector, this or that, and like just put that money towards your skincare. And then hopefully you won't need a lot, and you'll just need, some stuff, here and there. And like when you have events and stuff, you can mostly feel comfortable going out barefaced, like 95, 99% of the time and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I mean, I don't like to go out in the day. I mean, not even because of the sun and stuff, but mostly just because, I guess, like a social anxiety of having to see people like eye to eye or something. Like, especially when I go to the bank, like, and stuff like that. Like, I mean, you're kind of face to face with someone like this, and I mean, I just feel comfortable doing this because I've done in bed with Pedro. So, I mean, it's a weird thing. I mean, if you have like severe acne, so to speak, you'll understand. So, I mean, hopefully everything's pretty much under control in 2 months. Because if not, we'll do three, and then if not, then we'll like look for something else, and then Accutane or whatever she decides or sees fit for me and stuff. And then we'll be working on again lasers and dermabrasions and this and that. But hopefully this is a little bit of something. But the place that I go to is Westover Hills Dermatology, where I live here in San Antonio. So if you want to see her, I think her name is Dr. Opiola. I thought it was Obiola, but it's Opiola. I forgot what her first name is, but again, Westover Hills Dermatology. She's really nice, and she's very open and asks a lot of questions and stuff. And I just brought all the stuff that I use in my makeup case to show her, like, hey, this is what I use, and blah, 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 so she can look at it and stuff like that. So, I mean, just do that if you ever have a question, like, hey, is this, like, okay to use or something, and she'll give you a lot of recommendations and stuff. So anywho, hopefully I'll check in next week or the week after that, or whenever I feel like my skin's a little bit more improved. And this will be ongoing. This intro is long, but hopefully all the other ones will just be check in. But I want to say hi to Rami Malek, and hopefully we'll see you with less acne in like about a week or two, week and a half. We'll see, and I will film some makeup videos from here and there, but know that I won't be wearing makeup as often. So again, hi to Rami Malek.